All right, today we're going to talk about unit rates. I can understand ratios can be expressed as an equivalent unit rate. Unit rate means finding for one. Noah bought 15 baseball cards for $9. Assuming each baseball card costs the same amount, answer the following questions. At this rate, how much would 30 baseball cards cost? Explain your reasoning. Oops. So I have a cost. I know that the cards and the cost. So I know that 15 cards cost $9. I want to know what 30 cards cost. So I can multiply this side by 2, multiply this side by 2, and I get $18. Then they want to know how much would 12 baseball cards cost. This one's a little bit harder. I still have my cards and my cost, 15 to 9, but this time I want to know how much does one card cost, and then I can work from there. So I'm going to divide this side by 15. I'm going to divide this side by 15. This is just like the percent lesson we did earlier this week. So I'm going to use my calculator, 9 divided by 15, and I get 6/10. So now I want to find 12 baseball cards. So I'm going to multiply by 12 on each side. And I get $7.20. Remember, it's money, so even when it shows up in the calculator as 7.2, it's $7.20. Do you think this information would be better represented using a table or a double number line? Explain your reasoning. Remember, double number lines were those lines that went like this, and we talked about the jumps. So it's really up to you. It's your preference. So table is my preference. I can organize my thinking better. But I understand if you prefer the double number lines. The next one says, Jada traveled 135 miles in 3 hours. Andre traveled 228 miles in 6 hours. Both Jada and Andre traveled at a constant speed. So how far did Jada travel in 1 hour? So I have miles and hours. So it says she went 135 miles in 3 hours. I want to know how far she went in 1 hour. So I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to divide this side by 3. So I'm going to use my calculator. I'm not expecting you guys to do this in your head, even though it could show up on a calculator inactive part of a test. So that's 45 miles per hour. Okay, so she went 45 miles. Andre, same concept. I'm doing miles and hours. I know that he went 228 miles in 6 hours. So I want to figure out how far he went in 1 hour. So I'm going to divide by 6. I'm going to divide by 6. So I'm again using my calculator. 228 divided by 6. I get 38. So then it says, who traveled faster? Explain or show your reasoning. Jada traveled faster. She went, so there are 7 miles between. 7 miles faster per hour. Because she went 7 miles further every hour. An ant can travel at a constant speed of 980 inches every 5 minutes. How far does the ant travel in 1 minute? So I have inches and minutes. I know that the ant goes 980 inches in 5 minutes. I want to figure out 1 minute, so I'm going to divide by 5 on each side. So I'm using my calculator, 980 divided by 5, and I get 196. So 196 inches. Seems really far for an ant. So then it says, at this rate, how far can the ant travel in 7 minutes? So I'm going to use the same information. I'm going to use inches and minutes. I'm still going to use 196 in 1 minute. So in 7 minutes, so I'm going to do 196 times 7. He can go 100 or 1,372 inches. All right. The next one says, here are some prices for cans of juice that are all the same brand and the same size at different stores. Which store offers the best deal? Explain your reasoning. So each time I want to figure out what it is for one can. So I have my cost and I have my cans. So 4 cans cost $2.48. I want to figure out what it is for one. So I'm going to divide by 4, and I get 62 cents. The next one, dollars, cans. So I get 5 cans for $3. I want to figure out what it is for one, so I'm going to divide by 5 on each side. And I get 60 cents. So then the last one is 59 cents. So which one is the best deal? It's the cheapest per can. So sometimes when you go to the grocery store, it's cheaper to buy, to really look at your deals, because sometimes those multi-deal ones are not a good deal. The cost of homes can be very different in different parts of the United States. A 450 square foot apartment in New York City costs $540,000. What is the cost per square foot? So I have square feet and I have the cost. So I know 450 and the cost was $540,000. I want to figure out what it is per square foot. So I'm going to put a 1 there. So I'm dividing by 450. Divide by 450. So I'm using my calculator again. 54000 divided by 450. So that's $1,200. So $1,200 per square foot. So then it says there's this house in Wyoming and it costs $110 per square foot. How much does this home cost? So I know that I have a square foot. I know I have my cost. I know it's 110 for 1 square foot. And I've got that backwards. I want to figure out what 2100 is. So I'm going to multiply by 2100 times 2,100. So I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to go 110 times 2100. I get 231,000. So I get a much bigger house for half the price. So Andre types 208 words in 4 minutes. Noah types 342 words in 6 minutes. Who types faster? So I have my words and I have my minutes. So I know this is 208 words in 4 minutes. I want to figure out what it is per minute. So I'm dividing by 4 on each side. So that's 52 words per minute. So now I have, same thing again, words, and I've got minutes. 342 in 6 minutes this time. I want to figure out what it is in 1, so I'm going to divide by 6. Divide by 6, so I'm going to use my calculator. 342 divided by 6, I get 57. So who types faster? Noah. Because he can do 5 more words per minute. A corn vendor at a farmer's market was selling a bag of 8 ears of corn for $2.56. Another vendor was selling ears of corn, 12 for $4.32, which is the better deal. So that's 8 ears of corn for $2.56. I want to figure out what it is for 1. So I'm going to divide by 8. Divide by 8. So I'm going to take my calculator, $2.56 divided by 8, and I get 32 cents for 1 ear. So now I have to figure out the other one. So I've got my corn, and I've got my cost. So that's 12 ears of corn for $4.32. I want to figure out what it is for 1 ear of corn. So divide by 12. Divide by 12. $4.32 divided by 12 is 36 cents. So which is the better deal? It's 4 cents cheaper. Okay, we have a copy machine and it makes 480 copies in 4 minutes. So for each question, explain or show your reasoning. So how many copies can it print in 10 minutes? So I have 480 in 4 minutes. So I want to figure out, because they want to know 10 minutes, how many copies I can get in 1. So I'm dividing by 4. So I get 120 copies in 1 minute. So in 10 minutes, I get 1,200 copies. So then the teacher printed 720 copies. How long did it take to print? So I have copies and minutes. I want to know how long it takes to make 1 copy. So I'm going to divide by 480. So 4 divided by 480 is 0.0083 repeating. So leave that in your calculator because you're going to need that crazy long number. So I want to figure out what 720 copies is going to be. So I'm going to multiply by 720. So in my calculator, I'm just going to hit 720 and I get 6. So 6 minutes. So now I need you to go ahead and do your IXL objective on unit rates. Put your screenshot here, and I need you to do your unit rate cool down.